Hello there everyone, welcome to the only YouTuber in the world that has background noise in his videos just so no one has to hear his awful voice. I'm a random game developer and welcome. I'm just going to be showing off my weird game I created a couple months ago that's unfinished and I slightly regret publishing it earlier because it's slightly awful and I've already marked on improvements on the next game because this game I learned a lot and I kind of just want to show off because I added a lot of hidden things and I kind of think it's funny-ish. I don't know. It just goes on for a very, very long time, so I kind of just want to show it off here. I don't really know why. But yeah, this game has a lot of things like Noogle, U-Pipe, Neatflix, Mist, and don't forget the weird panel, and the most awfulest Google, Noogle, anything out there. That's all it does. But there is one thing. This is Muity, pretty much Unity. Now, if you type in your so-called email, nothing, right? Then confirm email. It goes wrong. You confirm your email again. It goes wrong. You click it. You get a bunch of errors. So I'm probably sure some of you already knew this. But one thing you didn't know this, but you gotta actually restart. If you already got that weird error. Then go back to that. And you might see this weird gray little area out here. You click that. You get to this. Hit start. And continue hitting start. And if you hit start right here and hit quit, it actually will quit the game. And yes, but you see this right here, you hit control. And you hit start. Now all these here buttons quit your game. You have to hit quit. Then you get into this here, which I'm not going to say anything. And should be pretty obvious, but I really hope this is very confusing for you. So that means I gotta restart it again, because I didn't have any EX buttons there, so that's the only problem. Now, if you go into Mist, and you load up this game here. Now it says the impossible game. Click anywhere, and you will die. Honestly, there's nothing. All these here quit your game except this one. Oh. Well, I put the wrong one. This one, and actually exits the game. But you see here, it says click anywhere and you will die. Where you click anywhere, and you do die. And that's actually the September 13th is actually the July 13th, 2019 is actually the time when this game came out. And September 13th was the time I made this. And yeah, I think it so far works out. Well, as you can see, this game is not really that much. I screwed up many times while creating this, and I slightly really regret this with a lot of problems I had with resolution. Let me just demonstrate real quick. So if you load up the game with a different type of resolution, say 12080 by 720, load it up, and the menu's screwed up. Let's turn that music off. This is awful music because I can't create music. And no matter what you do, you can't even exit the game. You can't click nothing. You clicked on this, but that's just about it. So you're forced in this game to have that resolution. This resolution 920 by 180p. Now, good news is the other game that I'm creating. So I'm also working on another game called the DeskTop Shindows 10 edition. Now, if you didn't realize that this main menu kind of sucked, it was plain, and you had to have a certain resolution to even play the game. And if you hit play here, it says Shindows 9. Now, Windows 9, this stands for Windows, of course. Even though it looks like Windows 10. Well, it ain't. Well, Shindows 9 was actually Windows 9 was actually a very bad Windows. Even I had it, and I hated it, so we just went back to Windows 7. Of course, now I use Windows 10. And I think a lot of people, especially all of my friends, they've all agreed that Windows 9 was actually an awful Windows. Then when they made the 10, there was some reason a lot better. And that's then where this game comes in. It's, well, Windows 10, but Shindows 10 edition. And no matter what resolution you have it at, it somewhat stays. Of course, I gotta fix that problem. Okay, that's the only problem I see with it. So, of course, more interactive main menu. You can exit button that works, and the start button that holds you up to this one little scene. Now, of course, the Google button here, it's the same thing as this. So you can see it lights up a bit. So hey, that's better than the last game. And when you hit click, you can type in here. Now, this button sends you right back home, and if hitting this X will send you right back here. So you can type in anything here, and it says this. And this just leads you to a stupid website that I still haven't finished yet. And you can always hit home to bring you right back. Of course, we'll add those little back buttons, and those will, of course, let you go back to different tabs. Of course, that might take a little code, but I think I can get it to work. Of course, I want this to be an actual website, like you could a thing we could scroll here and be more real than other than this. And you type in something, nothing happens. And it's just an awful design. That's why I like this idea better. So, this game should be a lot more interactive menus, more of a game, really. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this awful devlog. Of course, probably in a month or a week or so, I will have more of an actual playable game, but I was just bored and decided to do a video. So yeah, that's pretty much what this basics video is. If you don't know what anything I'm doing here, you can there should be links in the description, if I don't forget to place them there, on the game that I'm creating, and of course, yes, we'll be posting all update news on the first game. So, of course, I don't want to create a page yet, so that means all update news will either go on Twitter or, well, the desktop, which is the described game that I still haven't finished yet, and it's a pretty long story, but I eventually can get this game to work into a more better game, of course. No worries, you no longer be seeing this very slow and awful freaking whatever you call it of an intro. I kind of liked it at first, then it sort of just it died off very quickly. That's all I can really say.